You opened up on how instrumental Doc Rivers and Danny Ainge were when you were battling your mental health demons. Can you share some of those stories?
Yeah, man. I mean, I spoke about it earlier. I spent 4 days in a mental institution, and here's the thing about like this game, behind the game, right? That's why what you guys do is so important, because it's these what people see and then what really happens.
Right.
Doc Rivers came to see me every day while I was in the mental institution. Every single morning, Doc, I'm just coming. We ain't gonna leave you alone. I'll be here for you. Doc, and that little one bow leg, he was there every day to come and see me. Simultaneously, Danny was going to our house in Wellesley to check on my family. And so when you talk about what makes organizations different, it's not just the aesthetics. It's the infrastructure. It's the people, that create the heat culture or the Celtics mantras and stigma. And Danny Ainge and Doc Rivers, are two of the best men our game has ever seen.
Mm-hmm. Love to hear it. What do the next few years look like for you?
Oh, man.
Getting back into the thing. Get back into the swing of things.
I got to get back to it.
We might have some work for you over here if you want to come fuck with us.
Man, I need that work, man.
Yeah.
I have some gifts, right? You know what I mean? Like, I've always had a gift to speak, to communicate, to inspire, to motivate. And so I'm going to stay true to that. I'm doing a documentary on this experience because I think it's best we tell our own stories and
control your own narrative.
You control the narrative, but like in an authentic way. And so, I'm going to push out the documentary. And, me and Trevor have been, kind of having some conversations about some things that we can do. But I'm going to be around the game one way or another. I thank God for my buddy Stan Remy from Remy Workouts, because while I was at the halfway house, I got to work on the court with NBA players every day and work with the youth every day. And I know there's a certain rhythm and cadence that I'm able to, unlock in hoopers. And then I think there's a certain wisdom from our experience that I'm able to help them avoid a lot of things. And so the next few years for me, man, I'm really going to focus on, creating content, pushing out this docuseries, contributing to the game of basketball, right? In a number of different ways, right? But more so than anything with that as well is like the prison reform. You know what I mean? And it's not like just a reform. It's just like when I was down, we had no speakers that looked like me that came through, right? And I think there's a demographic in that system.
There was a lot of people that look like you in there.
That's being ignored, somewhat neglected, and I say that in the nicest way possible, and isolated. And so, because I went through this experience, I'm forever a felon. Right? And I have a platform and I have a voice to bring up, some of the things that go on so you can help, provoke change in a positive way. It's not a judgment thing because everything was not bad there, right? Everything was not bad, but there's room for improvement in that system. And so, yeah, man, I'm locked in for that, man, and I'm here for it. And I'm looking forward to the next phase of life. Yeah. And like at the end of the day, Matt, I'm gonna stand 10 toes down. I'm not the same me. I'm a different version of me right now because I don't give a fuck as much as I used to as far as how people view me.
Right.
Or what, somebody's image of me is. I can care less because I know who I am now and I know what I can endure. Right. And I also know what I have to avoid.
You went on a long journey to find that person.
Yes, sir.
Welcome. I've been there.
Yeah.
I know.
What about Big Three?
Oh, so yeah, that's the question I had to ask my brother.
Oh,
yeah. You look like you're in great shape.
Yeah, I'm still dunking.
If you thinking about coming back in the game, the Big Three would love to have you.
Okay, well, I received that.
And we'll talk about it.
Okay, we'll talk about that.
Love.
I need a little cut of that. I need something.
Yes, sir. Never not working, baby.